Hey guys, so what's going on? This is a video that was requested some time ago on applying auto tune to GSXR1000R. These are basically the logs from my last track day and some idling. I'm only going to find the ones from my track day and apply them, and this is kind of going to be like a start from finish. Before I do though, if you want to see more videos like this, just like and subscribe, because I got a full track season where I'm probably going to be doing this off and on, and just going through what I'm changing, what I'm doing. So anyway, I have everything set up and I'm just going to get to it. All right, so I've already, before I got online or on the video, I've already plugged into my log box here. Basically, it's ready, and I'm using a MacBook Pro running Parallels and Windows 7. I've already opened up the program. I've already opened up my file, tune bin file, and another thing I did is I created another folder because it's quicker to actually apply them from a folder versus from the actual Logbox Pro. So another thing is I normally screen capture this, but because I'm out in the garage, I'm not going to screen capture it. Hopefully this is clear enough. I think it's the procedure more so than the actual what I'm doing. Just follow along. So what I'm going to show you is that basically these are my logs from the track day, and I lost time on my logbox some time ago, and I have not been able to get it back. I've tried, and I don't know, maybe I need to talk support, or if you know how to do this, drop a comment, let me know, because it's very frustrating. But I just want to show you, like, essentially these files that are bigger than a few KB, these are going to be the files that I want to get, because I know those are files when I was actually on track where the bike was moving. All these like 76 KB files, 68, most likely what those are, or those are files where I started the bike up, let it idle, or I moved it. So to tune it, I'm only going to grab the ones that are probably like 500 or larger. And I'm going to copy those to a folder, and then I'm going to go into the Woolich and show you how I apply them. All right, so I'm going to start from the top, and 726. Oh, don't want that one. So, oops. Gotta remember to let off the control button when I scroll. All right, so that's all of them that I have. So I'm going to copy these to the folder I created. I doubt I review them later, but it actually is nice to have them available to maybe see something else that you want to look at, like AFR and the. So I'm going to paste these here, and like I said, this is just because it loads quicker in Woolich if they're already on the file or on the computer versus through the USB link and from the logbox. All right, next I'm going to open up auto tune on the. This is the auto tune from the file that I have loaded in there right now. I'm just going to show that again. Like, this is the bin file that is in the bike right now, saved on my computer. Open auto tune, and then up here to file. Well, let me make sure that the actual target AFRs are what I want, and they are not. So file, open target AFR. This should be it. Open. That's the target AFR that I use for the manifold pressure or IAP inlet, and I'm gonna go ahead and do TPS since I doubt it's the same as open target AFR, and there it is. So these are the target AFRs that I'm going to actually compare my bike to, or the log files to. Let me go back to TPS or IAP, sorry. And now I'm going to open a log file and go to the folder that I saved them in, GSXR logs. And you can highlight all of these. And I haven't even seen these logs, so it's going to be interesting. But anyway, I'm going to open them. We're going to see what comes in. And if you look at the bottom, you see that it's actually according to my settings, which ones have come in. So let me go over the settings real quick, because this does control what actually comes in. So anything between 10, 7, anything over 50 degrees Celsius. I want the bike to be warm to actually use the log, for the multiplier to be closer to what I'm running at the track. But this is actually my settings for the auto tune. It's going to reload them again. If you change anything, you usually have to reload these log files. Looks like it does it for you now. But here they are. This is all gears. If you want to see like per gear, you can do it this way. It should load. IAP. So this is like the below 15%, below 50%. Let me go to settings again to see if I have this map. Yeah, so this is one that I try to make this as high as it will go, because this is actually where it helps. The factory ECU still does it at the factory setting, but this is where the blend line starts. Something that Woolich does, the blend line between, the way I understand it, between IAP and TPS on the logs itself. If you have a better understanding, please drop a comment. I always set it at the highest, because I figure the higher the blend is over, the better my idle and transition will be at the lower RPMs. It's just something I do. All right, so now that I've applied this, you can see the percent map change, or I haven't applied it, but you can see, and you can tell that my tune is like pretty darn good as is in the mid, and that's from running it. This over here is at high vacuum. When you let off the throttle and you're coasting, you're going to see the highest vacuum here. And I will apply this, but honestly, I don't care much. I don't really worry about this section much, because this is the decel, and you're not there unless you're decelling, and you're not going to hurt the AFR there, or engine. So these are my settings. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the auto tune map here. Actually, I'm going to go back to no and let this. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at this. Just for example, I'm going to apply the auto tune. I'm going to say okay. So now those IAP settings have been applied. Next is TPS. We're going to look at TPS settings and see what these look like. And wow, what's going on here? Let me see what that percent map change is. Just kind of surprised to see that. I wonder if that was traction control or shift. See that? This is rev limiter. That's probably where I hit the rev limiter. Right there. See, I mean, if you look at these logs, you have to make sure they make sense to you. I mean, so once again, I'm just going to apply this. I feel fairly comfortable that there's nothing odd going on here, so I'm going to apply the auto tune, hit OK. There are other things you can do in here as you go, but you kind of just get a feel for it as you go through it. All right, so now that I've done that, we have acceleration and deceleration here, and I'm going to show you what I do right, wrong, or indifferent, but I haven't had a problem with it. So now that I go to the fuel maps, which I've applied auto tune, I take my acceleration map, which is the new, I highlight all, I control C, I copy it, I go to the decel and I control V, and the reason why I do that is so my acceleration and my deceleration match to where when I get back on the throttle that there's no jump bump. It's almost like a bumpless transfer, at least that's my idea behind it and why I do it. Same with TPS. I highlight all the acceleration since it's my new map. I highlight it, I control C it, I open up deceleration, I now control V it, hit OK, file save, and now this is my current tune that I need to write back to the ECU. I'm not going to cover that in this video because this video has already gone long enough. But anyway, I hope that helps you on a step-by-step how to apply your auto tune. And I'm going to stop this video now.